Hey everybody, Main Dean back at you with another video. Today we are doing episode 7 of BC versus the World. If you've been following along, and I know you have, you'll know that BC is actually down 4-2. And today we're going to do a little Sauvignon Blanc, a little BC versus Napa Valley. You can see in front of me I've got a very classic Napa Valley Cabernet Sauvignon Blanc from Duckhorn Vineyards. This is like $38 in BC liquor stores. Probably, I don't know, it's pretty easy to find anywhere. I'm sure all of you watching this can find this wine no matter where you live. This one not quite as much probably. This is the silver Sauvignon Blanc from Little Engine in Napa Bench in BC. These guys make amazing wines. We've been members of the wine club for a while. I have had this wine many times. I've had theirs a couple times. It's both current vintage, although it's not the same vintage as the 2019 of the Duckhorn, and this is the 2020 for Little Engine. I've only had this. I've definitely never had this particular vintage. I'm just thinking we didn't see them this year up at the winery, so I've never tasted the 2020 for sure because we weren't there, and I just got these a few weeks ago. And this one here, the Duckhorn, I don't recall if I have ever tasted the 2019 or not. I think I might have, but I'm not definitely sure. I do think there's a little bit of Sauvignon in this too. It's more of a white Bordeaux. They call it a Sauv Blanc. I wonder if it says on here. Oh, it does say it's blended with Sauvignon. It doesn't say how much. Not very much. But there's a little bit of Sauvignon in there, and I'm sure there's no Sauvignon in this. It's just Sauv Blanc. Okay, so again, to taste these. The color is very similar, so I'm not going to be able to tell from the color, I don't think. To taste these, so I don't want to know which is which. I'm going to get the wife to come in here and do the little thing with the yes and no. Get those here, and I'll be right back. Okay, here we go. So just in case any of you are new and don't know what we just did there, I asked her to come in and switch the wines or don't switch them and then show you whether she did or not, just because I want this to be as blind as it can be. Obviously I know what the two wines are, but for the purposes of picking a winner, I don't want to be, I don't want to be influenced by the fact that BC's down 4-2 and I love BC wine and want them to catch up. So I don't want to know which is which. So let's start with this one here. The one that, so if she showed you a yes, then this is the Little Engine. If she showed you no, this is the Duckhorn. Alright, so I can already tell that's the Duckhorn. It's a no, I guarantee it. I don't have to taste them. Oh my god, she switched them. Wow, that smells exactly like Duckhorn. And that does not. Is she screwing with me? I mean, I've had this Duckhorn many times, and this is what it smells like. Okay, so I actually had to stop the video and go back and watch it to make sure she really did switch them. Because when I went and asked her, she was pretty sure she switched them, but she wasn't 100% sure. And I'm stunned that she did in fact switch them, so I'm going to put them back just for the sake of it. That's the first time I've been actually wrong which one was which, because boy, that smells like exactly what I thought Duckhorn would smell like. It smells amazing. Okay, so anyway, enough of that. So this one's not going to be a real blind taste, because obviously I know which is which now. Wow, okay. Yeah, this is a lot more muted. I'm interested to taste this, because this one just jumps from the glass. Like, it just punches you right in the nose. It's got a little bit of some melon. It's really like medium minus intensity of aromas, which is not what I expect from Duckhorn. Not what I expect from Sauvignon Blanc, period, to be honest with you. Alright. Well, it tastes a lot better than it smells. Again, this one being blended with Sauvignon. Bird flies. This smells like a white Bordeaux. Sort of. Which of course would be Sauvignon Blanc and Sauvignon. I just cannot believe how dead the nose is on this. A little bit of gooseberry showing up. A little bit of white peach. Usually you have to coax the aromas out of a Sauvignon Blanc from anywhere in the world. The color is what I expected. It doesn't taste bad, but yeah. All right. Well, BC. Basically, unless I drop this glass and break it, I think BC's gonna win this one because I'm not even sure this is a good bottle, honestly. Open nicely. It doesn't taste terrible, but it doesn't taste like shit. It doesn't smell like anything. Oh my god. Yes, right? Quince, gooseberry, and passion fruit. A little bit of lemon curd. Almost a hint of a licorice there. But it's not, more like a fennel, no. Maybe tarragon? Yeah, it's herbaceous, so I'm gonna go, I think tarragon, I mean, I'm not an expert on tarragon. I'd have some in my herb garden, I should go smell it. Yeah, a little licoricey, a little herbaceous, so technically tarragon, lemon curd, quince, passion fruit, gooseberry. Nice nose. Nice nose. A little floral, like a orange blossom. Nice. Oh my goodness. WineR seafood dinner, shellfish dinner, whatever my favorite Sauvignon Blanc. That's not even close. This is BC blows this one away. I'm gonna have to, honestly, I'm gonna have to see if this actually improves. It just needs to open and gets because honestly, right now I wouldn't even drink it. It doesn't. It's not obviously a spoiled bottle, and I've had many of these. I'll go back and see if I reviewed the 2019 previously. I'm not sure if I have or not. The 18 I know I did, and it's a very consistent wine. It's a good wine every year. It's not like the world's greatest Sauvignon Blanc or anything, but it's very good. It's $38. I usually buy one or two a year, and I enjoy them. And this one I'm not enjoying too much yet. This one, however. Yeah, it's delicious. Nice long finish, really good minerality, and a medium plus to high acidity. Probably high acidity, I would think. Yeah, that's what Sauvignon Blanc is supposed to taste like. That is not. Okay, so, well, that was the easiest, by far the easiest decision of all of them, I think. So far, so that makes it 4-3. Maybe it's not a fair comparison. Well, I think it would have done pretty well anyway. So yeah, like I say, $39 at BC liquor stores. Usually it's a good, reliable bottle. This I think is $35, $35 from the winery itself. They also make a gold Sauvignon Blanc. I have one of those in there. I haven't tried it yet. It's $65, which is getting pretty pricey for a BC Sauvignon Blanc. But I've heard great things about it, so I'm looking forward to that. I was actually originally going to compare that one with this because the 2019. I thought the vintage was, and then I thought that's not really fair. I try to get price points in the ballpark to be fair to all the wines. And I don't think it would be fair to put $38 up against 65. So 38 and 35, that's fair. And the vintage, I wouldn't think it'd make a huge difference. Yeah, so I'm going to thoroughly enjoy drinking this the rest of the day. We'll see about this one here. Man, that's weird. It's even good. Even under the bottle, it smells a little bit funky. I didn't get a bad bottle here. I wonder if I had the receipts though. No, it doesn't smell as funky in here though. It just doesn't smell like Sauvignon Blanc. And for such a classic Sauvignon Blanc, I mean, this is like, I bet they sell about a gazillion cases of this stuff. It's very common. It's everywhere. Even our crappy BC liquor stores out here in Chilliwack sell this one. Now, I always had a winemaker tell me once that this is kind of the nightmare bottle for winemakers, because when they're obviously bad and they smell like, you know, horse poop, people know, even people who aren't really wine connoisseurs can usually tell that when you get a corked bottle or a bottle that's oxidized, it's usually pretty easy to tell. The nightmare for them was when it was just a little off, maybe like this, like it's on its way to off fruit fly. But I mean, people might, someone who had never had this wine before might open this bottle and taste it and go, oh, that's a lousy wine, and never think about it, never never buy it again, and maybe never buy anything from Duckhorn again if they didn't know the winery. So I'm going to guess, well, I can't believe the fruit flies are just milling around my white wine. We had fruit flies in the rosés last night or the day before. They're everywhere. You know, not getting near my little engine, you little bastards. Mm. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, so like I was saying, maybe this could be one of those bottles that's just not right. I bet you if I buy another 2019 Duckhorn, it'll be better than this. Or maybe 2019 is a terrible year for Napa Valley Sauvignon Blanc. I'm not sure. Anyway, for the purposes of our video today, that was a really easy decision. I still can't believe I was wrong with this, because this smells like what... Well, there you go. This smells exactly like what Duckhorn usually smells like. And this doesn't smell anything like Duckhorn. So I wasn't sure about this combination, because I'm not familiar with that one. It could have smelled like anything. But this one I thought I was familiar with, and it should have been this. Anyway, so that leads me again to believe maybe this bottle is a little bit off. Alright, anyway, that's it for today. I'm going to pour myself some more of this stuff before the fruit flies get in here. I actually got to put a capper on this. I'll put the cork back in for now, because they are everywhere right now. We got bowls of apple cider vinegar in the living room. We're catching just hundreds and hundreds of fruit flies. But obviously not all of them, because they're still milling around. So, anyway, for now, I hope you enjoyed this video. A very anticlimactic route by BC in this particular case. 3 to 4 BC now. We'll see you next time if they catch up and tie it. I've got a couple of really big reds, a couple of big Cabernet Francs, and a big Cab Sauvs, I think, to compare. We'll see how BC does there. One of the Cab Francs is up against the Napa Valley Cab Franc that we absolutely love. But I think, if I'm not mistaken, it's actually from these guys again. We're putting little engines, big Cab Francs up against something from Napa. We'll see. I think they'll do okay, although it is a pretty amazing Cab Franc from Napa. And what else? Yeah, that's all I got to say for now. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. I sure appreciate you watching it. Thank you so much. And tell your friend. That's it for today. Thanks, everybody. Drink great wine. See you next time.